Alright guys, welcome back. This is Bad Senator. So yesterday we had the Pennsylvania, Idaho, Nebraska, and Oregon primaries. And there's some good news for both Republicans and Democrats in these races. Let's start in Pennsylvania. Right here we see the strongest candidate, I think Lou Bartlett, defeating Jim Christina in his primary. Bob Casey, the incumbent Democrat, was uncontested. He's the current senator from Pennsylvania. He's up for re-election this year, obviously. As we can see, well, you can't see it here on New York Times, but other news sites have said that the Republican vote in this primary, they cast less votes than the Democrat primary. And that's especially notable considering the top two primaries were uncontested. Tom Wolf and Bob Casey didn't have any primary challengers, so there really wasn't a whole lot of reason for Democrats to really be turning out, because the winner was already set in stone. So the fact that those two uncontested primaries had more votes than the two contested ones is definitely a very, very good sign for the Democrats in this state. And another good sign here for Bob Casey especially is if he's going to win re-election, he's likely to win re-election. That race currently is likely Democrat. It's going to be in Allegheny County. That's where he's going to really run up his vote. And there is Lou Bartlett's challenger, Jim Christina, actually won. So that's a good sign for Casey. I think that he's even more of a likely bet to win re-election after this. He's not safe yet. He's likely Democrat, but that's notable. And Tom Wolf, Democrat primary, Scott Wagner won. I think he was also the strongest candidate. The candidate Tom Wolf would have liked the least to face, but he probably would have won. He was favored to win. And again, a lot of the areas Tom Wolf's going to need, Allegheny County, is going for challenger Paul Mango. I mean, we see a little bit worrying is the Philadelphia suburbs right here. Those are areas also Tom Wolf also needs to win, and that went for Scott Wagner by a pretty wide margin. But still, I think that the increased vote for him, Tom Wolf got more vote than all the Republicans combined. That's also going to be pretty notable. So those are all some bad news for the Republicans. Let's also go down here. Here's some good news for the Republicans. I think that Republicans would have least liked to face John Morganelli. Morganelli is the type of Democrat you want in Pennsylvania. He's socially conservative to an extent, fiscally liberal. He referred to immigrants in a very Trump-like, a very Trump-like way of talking about them. He called them legal aliens and is also against abortion. So he would have been the ideal candidate for the Democrats, not for progressives, but from a standpoint of, a good chance of winning the election, he would have been the best candidate. Susan Wild ended up winning, though. This race is by no means out of the question for Democrats. Democrats can still win this race, and I think it's still, pretty much toss-up. And as you can see here, Democrats getting more votes than Republicans. Here's some more good news for the Republicans as we go down here. Let's go all the way down to the state house. Alright, so here's an interesting thing. This is the special election right here. This state legislative seat was currently held by the Democrats. It's currently held by Democrats, but the current Democrat state legislator there resigned. I don't know. I think it was a Me Too thing. I don't know. The special election there was held, and the Republican actually picked up from the Democrat there. That's pretty notable. This is the first time this year a state legislative seat, or any seat in the entirety of the United States on the state and federal level, has flipped from Democrat to Republican. That's a pretty notable win right there, I think. I actually thought that Clark Mitchell was going to win, and Tim O'Neill came out victorious. And maybe it means that, some of the increased Democrat turnout is going to end up voting for Republicans. Because, if you've increased Democrat turnout, but you do have a lot of more of the conservative Democrats in Appalachia that could end up voting Republican in the general, that's a very good sign you have some of that going on with that special election win there. There are two other special elections. This one here, also a very big win. I thought it was going to be closer, but Clint Allott was able to really make this not close at all. That's a Republican hold. There was one more. I don't know where that actually went, actually. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah, and wait. Hold on. Oh, yeah, it was here. This is way too close to call at this point. 100% reporting it's tied basically between the two candidates. This is a Republican Hill seat in Bucks County, but I think that Helen Ty has the lead. He definitely has the lead. So I think he'll end up winning. Usually 100% supporting. There's usually not a whole lot of change from that. So I think Helen Ty is going to win, and that would be a flip from Republican to Democrat. So all in all, the Pennsylvania State House stays even. There was no net change. However, there were 2 party turnovers. Let's go to Nebraska. Nebraska, another interesting state. Now, in another video, I explained why Democrats simply can't win in Nebraska. I said that, hey, Democrats are hoping that Jane Rayblue could pull off an upset. I explained why it wasn't going to happen, and this reinforces that. Deb Fischer, even though she had less opposition, got more votes here. He got more votes here, Deb Fischer, than all the Democrats combined. So that only reinforces my idea that Jane Rayblue can't win this race, even in the best possible environment for the Democrats in November. And then, obviously, if the Senate race isn't going to go to the Democrats, the governor's race isn't going to go to the Democrats either. That one's also safe red. And you see Pete Ricketts here getting more vote than all the Democrats combined. And, yeah, Kara Eastman, I'm getting some vote there. I wish they showed the vote total for Don Bacon, because that would be interesting to see if he got more vote. Anyway, this race is still a toss-up. This is Omaha right here. In the 2nd district, that's the Omaha Congressional District. It barely went Republican last time. It may not this time in a blue wave. Okay, the Democrat primary in the governor's race in Oregon, excuse me. Kate Brown won every county. That wasn't exactly a surprise. She didn't really have any strong opposition. Newt Bueller, the more moderate Republican. Obviously, the people in the population centers in Oregon loved him, and he won by winning these population-heavy areas. Newt Bueller, there's actually a poll came out recently that shows Newt Bueller actually beating Kate Brown. That's notable, a Republican in Oklahoma. Or Oregon. Why do I keep saying Oklahoma? That a Republican in Oregon is beating a current Democrat governor. Now, I will give that poll was done by Newt Bueller's campaign, but it is still a poll, and it does still show that this race is potentially up for grabs. I don't think it is personally, but it shows that this race may not be a shoo-in for Kate Brown as I once thought it was. Then we finally got Idaho, and then we got 2 notable things going on here. We got Paulette Jordan winning the Democrat primary. If she were to win this general election, she'd be the first Native American governor of any state anywhere. And I think that she'd be the first Native American in a governor, Senate, or House. She'd only be the second one. She'd only be second. The first was Tulsi Gabbard. And I don't know, is Tulsi Gabbard Pacific Islander? I think so. So yeah, I think she'd be the first. Anyway, that would be notable. Of course, she's not going to win because this is Idaho, and Republicans had 3 times more people voting in their primary than the Democrats. Brad Little, the lieutenant governor, won. Yeah, that wasn't not really anything really to note there. This race is still safe red as of now. And yeah, that's basically it. So, some good news for both parties coming out of the races here. Now, I'm going to make some ratings changes. Get ready, I'm going to make some ratings changes. Alright, let's do this. 270 to win. 270 to win for the win. Making some ratings changes here in the governor's section. Making 2 ratings changes here. This is my current map. Oregon, likely Democrat. Again, Newt Bueller, that poll showing that he's actually beating Kate Brown, him winning the primary, and so a lot of the other pundits said that this race was likely blue and not safe blue like I said, and that was also contributed to me changing my rating there to likely blue. Pennsylvania, on the other hand, has moved the other way. It is now likely blue. Again, for the reasons we talked about earlier, the Democrats getting the vote out especially. I was considering rating this race likely blue when I did this map a few weeks ago. I was considering making Pennsylvania likely blue. I especially decided to stay with lean blue, but I think that good primary for Tom Wolf makes it likely blue. And at the governors right now, as we can see, only 10 Democrats are safe bets to be in state houses. New York's interesting. New York with the Cynthia Nixon primary challenge and Mark Molinaro, the Dutchess County executive, running. I'm from New York, actually, so I would know a little bit more about this race than people from the outside looking in. That could become likely blue in the coming weeks or months. So really, if you put New York in likely blue, then you only really have nine governor's races that are safe bets for the Democrats, compared to like 17 that are safe bets for the Republicans. Take or give Tennessee. I think Tennessee is still safe red. Some pundits have it as likely red. And yeah, that's what my governor's prediction is right now. 10 Democrats are safe blue, 3 are likely blue, 8 are lean blue, 5 are lean red, 7 are likely red, 17 are safe red. Thanks for watching this video. Bye!